And Shri Ram got off the chariot and he told Suman, go back home. And as Suman is making way with the horses going back home, the horses are turning around and looking at Prabhu Shri Ram and they are crying. They are making noises and they are crying. भाव यह कि सुमन से विनती करते हैं कि इस सावली सूरत से हमारा विजोग मत कराओ। यह चरित्र देख निसार महा दुखी हो सिर धुन पछताने लगे। And as he is going away, he didn't want to go, but the Lord is setting him. And these animals are all grieving because they are away from Shri Ram. The boatmen, the ferrymen, these people who live there, ferrying people, probably catching fish, they call them the Nisar. When they saw this, they began to beat their heads on the stones, on the banks of the river, and grieve, and cry. Why? What are they saying? In this chaupai, let us listen. If when these animals are separated from God, they are so much grieving. तो प्रजा माता पिता उनके भी जोग में कैसे जिएंगे? Then how will the citizens of Ajodhya and the parents of Prabhu Shri Ram live without him? How can they live without him? And a question to you, my friends, when you put God out of your life, how can you live? You can have all the money in the world, and all the education in the world, and all the friends in the world, you're still empty. This is why you see when people type their dead, then they say the money was quoted, the power was quoted. Then you see when they're dead, they sign everything to charity. Let me tell you something, that don't work. When you're living, you have to be charity, not when you're dead. In one of the bhajan of Kabir Das is telling, he says, Sadhu bhai jeevat neek karo asa. It's only when you're alive you have hope. It's only when you're alive you can do. When you're dead, who can do for you? Can I eat until your tummy is filled? That can happen. You have to fill your own spiritual tummy. You have to do your own work to help your own self. Have you done anything good lately? Many people today we see it in society, they get carried away by this world. They allow themselves to be carried away. Don't blame the friends, Don't blame the company, Blame yourself. Because you have the choice. How can these people live without Shina? One way they are talking about a family and missing a son, but there's a greater meaning. How can you live without God? Bhagavan Shri Ram, in the Ramayana is a katha. But Shivji is telling to Ma Parvati that those people who are living without God, not listening to the greatness of God, they had come like a kandu, like a, kobra, pumpkin. Who else don't want to hear the word of God? The else come like a snake hole. Going one else and come on the other one. We have to learn, my friends. You see, younger people, we have to learn to love our God. We have to find ourselves in the mandir, get ourselves in Hindu organizations. You hear what I say? Hindu organizations, Hindu cultural groups, and promote the welfare of the Hindus. You know why? Because I tell you first, charity begins at home, you don't begin outside. If you do not help your own, you come like a drunkard, only paying all his salary in the rum shop and children and wife starving. That way you come like. And that has happened. At the end of the fortnight, the money going by the shopkeeper first. Then whatever remains, he's still looking to buy a half pack of cigarette. And the children and wife starving. This is what happens to the Hindu people. When you do not support your own and your own suffering, you are a sinner. So this is why we have to come back to Hindu communalism, where we have to start helping our own. I tried the experiment and it works marvelously. In my mandir, in Charlie Wilshire mandir, I tell them, I say, buy from Hindu first. And I tell them, if the Hindus, do not support us, we don't support them. So the Hindu businessmen have to hand up money to the mandir, otherwise we can't buy by them. So if I force them, they have to learn to support their own. Nothing is wrong with supporting everybody else, but start with your own. Aban Jat, remember that? What is the word say? Aban Jat. Meaning my own. I have to support my own firstly. This is how I build my dharma, because let me give you an example. If I support the Hindu who is in my community, he will have money to then support the Hindu community groups. No? Then where does the money go? It comes back to me again. It comes back to you again. So you see the $1 and $2 and $3 spent by your own Hindu people, it comes back to the Hindu community. When you spend it by other people, they will go to their community. You don't blame them, you praise them for it. This is what we must start learning. It's not a message of hate, but a message of waking up and understanding nobody gives you anything. Start helping your own. So we come back to the Katha. How can they live without God? And how can you live without God? How can you be a Hindu when you can't support Hindus? But Rama Sumanta Pathaye, when Prabhu Shri Ram then sent away Sumanta, he's gone. Surasari means Ganga. Surasari Tira means river, Abatava Aye. Then Prabhu Shri Ram came to the banks of the holy Ganga. What happened next? In this chaupai, let us hear.
Mom,
there on the banks of the Holy Ganga and asking, I would like to have a boat to cross me. But the boatman is telling, Bhai, no. No, I'm not coming. यहाँ कहा कि मैं आपका भेद जानता हूँ. And he's telling, oh Prabhu, I know everything about you. I know all about you. आपके चरण कमल की धूली को सब लोग कहते हैं कि मनुष्य करने की कोई जोड़ी है. I know everybody is telling this, that the dust that emanates from your lotus-like feet, O Lord, it can transform anything it touches into a human being. The dust that emanates from the feet of God transform you into a human being. There's a philosophy in that. The feet is the lowest part of the God of you, as I spoke last night. When you go to the feet of God in humility, you give up your ego, then you are truly a man. A bhajan telling that jo nar dayavant soi nar nar hai. The jo nar dayavant soi nar nar hai. Jo nar dayavant soi nar nar hai. Oh jo nar. It's a long bhajan, but we have time for bhajan. We have time for katha only. They will call me to read, not to sing now. So that is a man who has daya, compassion in his heart. That what qualifies you to be a human. Jo nara daya, what is soi nara nara. That is a person who has compassion. When you go to God and you surrender to His feet, then you will become contaminated with the dust from His feet. Then you truly become a human. Otherwise, you're not a human, you are something else. As Shakespeare put it in Othello, a fiend in the guise of a man. That is what we are. So, we must always remember this. We put on tika and we say, we will go heaven. But Bakula Bakula means egret, but in Trinidad we had Galin. He the born white and he dead white and he didn't go heaven. So one got a white tika can give you liberation. And if you have plenty money and you want to go India, Ganga ke na high se ka one another tari gai. Ganga can liberate you. Mein hakawana tare jinke jala hi mein khara hai. He crapo, he the born there and he the dead right. Very well. So John कहता कबीर सुनो भाई साहब राम नाम से सब कोई तर गए और इन्हें में राम कबीर साहिब is telling will set you free, nothing else high. So we come back to Katha. He's telling Lord, everybody speaks of this lotus-like feet of yours and anything it touches is turned into a human being. और काम इतने चौपाई सुनिए. What a शिला जिस धूल को छूते ही सुंदर नारी हो गई, your foot touched a stone and became a beautiful woman, तब फिर काठ को पत्थर से अधिक कठिन नहीं होगी. काठ, wood in Hindi, named lakri and kath, different mean the words, Hindi have many words. We are in a wooden genre. So, he said telling, your foot touched a stone and it turned a beautiful woman. Wood is not harder than stone. Wood is very soft when compared to stone. मेरी नौका भी मुनि की तिरिया हो जाए तो नाव के उड़ते ही मार्ग बंद हो जाए. He's telling that, Lord, what if your foot touched my boat? And my boat turned the wife of some rishi or muni. What will happen to my livelihood? I'll get poor now. Can't make a living. This is what the uneducated man is thinking. But this represents the devotee in his simplicity. When he surrenders his everything to God and thinks of himself as nothing before God. It's only when you surrender before the majesty of God and say, I am nothing, no matter you have everything. Without you, I am incomplete. It's only when you surrender like this and you put aside your ego, then and only then you will receive the blessings of the Lord. Try it when you're home, in your prayer room, on a chair where you sit sometime, or on your bed before you sleep, and think, oh God, how beautiful you are, how loving you are. I am nothing in this world, oh Lord. You are my everything. And you start to feel that divine thrills flowing through your body. That is the beginning of the beginning. The beginning of your spiritual evolution. When you give up the ego. But he is telling this poor man, what if my boat is lost? What will happen to my livelihood? In this chaupai, let us see what he is asking Prabhu Shiva. दूसरा और कुछ उद्यम नहीं जानता. This boat is my livelihood. This is how I look after my family. I don't have a second occupation. I don't have a second training. This is all I know. Maybe to ferry people across the river, maybe catch some fish. I don't know what was his job. This is my only occupation. How can I look after my family? A very important point here tonight. Many people, they go in mandir. I'm sure the Pandits will tell you. And very good devoted people. And they're praying and they're praying and they're praying. And they come and say, Baba, I don't know why my children bad and I just come and pray. Because you are a bad parent. You get up in the morning and tell, how is your life today? I ever make your children do it? You ever take them to Monday, they have to study and they have lesson. You have never brought them up in dharma. You alone praying, you are selfish. So now when your child is becoming an adult, a young teenager, and doesn't know anything about dharma, and doesn't want to go to mandir, and don't want to fast, and do wrong things, then who is to blame, Bhaiya? Every Hindu must go to mandir. I don't care if you're Lagni Pandit or you're a Lagni Pandit. Find yourself in a mandir. I tell my children, I say, I live in Shabwana, so I live in wherever. You see the village have a pandit, you have a mandir, go there. Go to an Orthodox mandir and follow the rites and rituals and Sanatana Dharma. Not any kind of mandir. People build in temple all about the place these days, all kind of temple they build in. Non-ordained Hindu ministers, non-ordained Hindu pandits. Only a pandit who is ordained can be a pandit. And the characteristic of a pandit, he must have Janev. He must be vegetarian. He must follow the Shastras and the Vedas and Sanatana Dharma in his orthodox way. Anything else is not a pandit. Just because you put on a dhoti or something, you make yourself a pandit. No, you have to study that high. You have to become that. And all the Hindu organizations are training pandits, and those are the qualified ones who have a certificate, who have a Hindu marriage license. These are the qualifications of pandit. I say all kind of people is pandit now, and I want to how they name pandit. They have more English name than the white man to some of them. So I'm telling you, we have to understand. It's a process of learning to be a pandit. And everybody who put up a shot and said they could see and think, I could see too, I put on glasses, I could see double. Let me tell you something, and I am making no excuse and I will afraid anybody. In the last age when it was destroyed, the last kalpa, everybody went very good. Well, on Vishnu. And Jamraj gone down. He said, man, I fire in this work. He said, what do you mean? He said, me I'm going to Jamraj again. He said, why? He said, nobody can come in by Jamraj, no to get links and things, everybody get hugged. So Vishnu said, we will test them in the next age, don't worry. He said, how? He said, when Kalju come, you go and sit up by the river. And you take ashes and rub in your skin and put on mala and you start charing, poke and thing. Play Siyaman. And all who will go by Siyaman and thing and Siyaman and thing, then you go sleep about them. Because when you do not believe in karma, then you have a problem. As I try to explain to the Hindu mind, we're getting misled every day. You don't think I have a problem? I always talk about my problem. I want it to be an example. My life has taken a different turn because of my physical problem. But you think I sit down home and I'm crying about it? I have a duty to perform. I don't care about the body. Because if I study about the body, one day I'll leave. And I have to go to the next body again. We must be like, when you're driving on the road, you see a fella going to Port of Spain. One fella have a big, pretty car. And one fella, the fender falling out. But he still determined to reach Port of Spain. He don't care if the fender fall out and he light blow, he go in. And some of you got out to wash the car before you leave the house. You never leave. So if you're waiting to get better, you'll never go anyway. Start moving. If you've fallen out in parts on the journey, you still go. And this is the way of the devotee. Forget the physical problem. Think about the end goal, where you want to go. I'm not making a joke, it's serious thing. I was, I'm not saying it. I was in London. I had my own house. I was going to private college. And because I'm back here, I had to come back here and be a pandit. Because I couldn't walk. And up till now I have problems. But you think that's stopping me? Right now I'm in pain. You think that's stopping me from doing my duty? I don't care about my body. This body is only for I will live about 90 years and I'll go there. I'll stop being Satyanand. I'll be something else. I'll come back again. My Krishna says I'll come back again. But I'm preparing for the next life because what I'm suffering in this life, I do something wrong in the past life. I was called Pranam Janam Ki Kamai. Me worrying about that, I don't do it already. I have to think about what I'm doing for the future. And this is what we must live. And think about what am I doing now because I'm preparing for tomorrow. I'm preparing for the next life. I want to be liberated. Liberation don't come in one life. I have to become perfect. So I have to deal with my frailties. I have to deal with my problems and deal with my addictions and try to keep my mind in God. And I will finally reach there when that time is right. This is how we have to live. This is how we have to live, my friends. And if you think otherwise, then you are stopping on your journey towards spiritual evolution, and everybody going to pass you by. Don't be bitter when everyone is evolved, because you have stopped your evolution by thinking about this material condition. So we come back to Katha. I'm giving you these pointers, but I want to encourage you to think of your religion and think of your God and understand how you can become better. So he's telling that, my Lord, what about my family? So he's thinking of, he's getting the opportunity to serve God, but he's thinking about, if I serve you and I lose my family will suffer. And your family cannot suffer if you pray together. If you move together on the religious, on the righteous, on the moral pathway. This is what we need to do. He's telling the Lord. So हे प्रभु, जो आप अवश्य ही पार जाना चाहते हो, but Lord, certainly I will cross you, the गंगा. तो मुझको अपने चरण कमल धो लेने की आज्ञा दीजिए. But you know my God, if I have to cross you, I want you to give me your feet. I want to wash your feet, my Lord. Take away that dust so it will contaminate my little boat, so that I take you across the Ganga. He's telling you, Lord. Pahile